the Suns are the final team to make it as the 8th seed in the West. And their gift is to take on the reigning champs, the Thunder. Welcome on in. I'm Taylor Brooks with Blake Griffin, Doug Nowitzki, Steve Nash, and Udonis Haslem. The picture is clear. The Suns held on for the win. They're headed to the playoffs, and the trend continues. Every 7 seed has advanced to the playoffs so far in the history of the play-in tournament, and they look like the 7th seed out there. And tonight, they were just the better team, UD.
Yeah, they imposed their will. This is what the Suns do. They're third in turnovers created. They're third in deflections. They imposed their will. They were physical. They got up in them, and they got 30 points off turnovers tonight. So this is who they are. This is their identity, and they played to their identity over a championship-caliber team.
Yeah, I thought they were great. I mean, right from the jump, you said imposed their will, right? But what I loved was their resolve. Like, this is a team who's very, very hard to beat. Steph Curry, we know, can get hot at any time. We saw it in the Clippers game. They just kept fighting. They stuck with it. Had some lulls in the offense, but just the hustle, the mentality to fight was huge. And I'm excited for this Oklahoma City series. Dillon Brooks, man.
Yeah.
Get at least 4 more games.
I love Jalen Green has been fantastic here in his play-in tournament, and really had his own personal 8-0 run there to start the 4th to really start putting the game away. Thought he was fantastic, making shots, getting the middies, making plays, getting to the rim, really beating guys off the dribble. He was fantastic. They got the 3-point shooters involved. We talked about before the game with Goodwin. Royce O'Neal had a few. Obviously, Brooks made a couple. So this was their style of game. You know, be physical in defense, not let the Warriors 3-ball get off, and an offensive, move the ball, find 3-point shooter.
Yeah, Jalen Green, 36 points on just 20 shots tonight, including 8 threes. We know what kind of weapon he was in the play-in tournament, but what kind of weapon is he in the playoffs?
Well, he's important. I think for the Suns, like, shot creation has been difficult. Fourth quarter scoring has been difficult. Dillon Brooks has come on this year as an offensive player. Obviously, Devin Booker is an elite offensive player. I don't think he's been at his best health this week. So they've needed people to score, and I think Jalen just showed up and made so many tough one-on-one baskets, got into the paint, got to the backboard, made his middies, made threes. So him getting on a hot streak was super important. This is a tough time of year. You look at this team, they're missing Mark Williams and Grayson Allen. You look at the Warriors, they're missing Jimmy Butler, Steph's on one leg out there, Porzingis coming out. So it's like a little bit of the walking wounded, and all that corporate knowledge and know-how on the Warriors and what Steph did the other night. I think it was just important that the Suns just held firm and, like you said, put that pressure on them, created turnovers, played to their identity. So I think it was a great step for them and the organization.
Yeah, and UD, one thing you were talking about back in the green room, Suns 30th and fourth quarter offensive rating this season. They were able to really lock in there.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we are talking about the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. The Suns eliminated the Warriors in the play-in tournament, and Udonis Haslem has a message for Steph Curry and Draymond Green. He says Jalen Green sent them to Cancun. The Suns are the 8th seed in the West, and they are headed to the playoffs to face the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. Let me break it all down. The Suns held on for the win. They imposed their will. Udonis Haslem said that is what the Suns do. They are third in turnovers created. They are third in deflections. They imposed their will. They were physical. They got up in the Warriors' faces, and they got 30 points off turnovers tonight. This is who they are. This is their identity, and they played to their identity against a championship-caliber team. Blake Griffin said he loved their resolve. This is a team that is very, very hard to beat. Steph Curry can get hot at any time. They saw that in the Clippers game. The Suns just kept fighting. They stuck with it. They had some lulls in the offense, but the hustle and the mentality to fight was huge. He is excited for the Oklahoma City series. Dillon Brooks, Manitoba. At least 4 more games. Jalen Green was fantastic in this play-in tournament. He had his own personal 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter to really start putting the game away. He was fantastic making shots, getting the middies, making plays, getting to the rim, really beat. In guys off the dribble. He had 36 points on just 20 shots tonight, including 8 threes. The Suns got their 3-point shooters involved. Royce O'Neal had a few. Dillon Brooks made a couple. This was their style of game. Be physical on defense, do not let the Warriors 3-ball get off, and then offensively, move the ball and find 3-point shooters. The analysts discussed what kind of weapon Jalen Green is in the playoffs. Shot creation has been difficult for the Suns. Fourth quarter scoring has been difficult. Dillon Brooks has come on this year as an offensive player. Devin Booker is an elite offensive player, but he has not been at his best health this week. So, they have needed people to score, and Jalen Green just showed up and made so many tough one-on-one baskets. He got into the paint, got to the backboard, made his middies, made threes. Him getting on a hot streak was super important. The Suns were 30th in fourth quarter offensive rating this season, but they were able to lock in down the stretch. Udonis Haslem was asked what changes he saw from them. He said they focused in, did not give anything easy, contested everything, and finished with rebounds. In the first half, Golden State did a good job of trying to get down in the paint a little bit, posting them up against smaller defenders. Those guys were fouling a little bit. In the second half, they stopped fouling, contested everything, rebounded the ball, and got out on the break and did what they did. Well, offensively, when you have Devin Booker and Jalen Green coming off that pick and roll, it is going to have to be an adjustment because those guys feast on drop coverage when you are a big. They get to their spots and pull up. UD had a great line. He said, they pull up like they left their phone. If you leave your phone somewhere, what are you going to do? You are going to pull up again. The audience laughed. The crew then interviewed Jalen Green after the game. He was asked about flipping the culture in Phoenix. He said they have resilience. They are relentless. They fight every single day for 82 games, no matter the injuries or the turmoil. They stay together and play together. All of their work from training camp to the whole season came together in this elimination game to get them into the playoffs. Udonis Haslem then asked Jalen Green about saying he wanted the Golden State Warriors matchup. Green said that since last year, he and Jalen Green, referring to himself and another player named JG, were talking about it before the trade even happened. It was kind of poetic that the Warriors could beat the Clippers and the Suns lost to Portland, and they got to face off in an elimination game. They had a great matchup, a great plan, a great scout, and they followed it all the way through. Blake Griffin asked about head coach Jordan Nowitzki and the job he has done in his first year. Green said Nowitzki stresses defense a lot because he is an offensive wizard. He gets them right every single day. He is in the gym watching film for hours. He is so prepared, and he gets them ready to go. Green is happy that his coach is getting to the playoffs in his first year. Dillon Brooks was also interviewed. He was asked about the matchup against the Thunder. He said they like OKC. They play hard against them throughout the season. They played them about 5 or 6 times already. They like the matchup. They are ready for it. They are going to fly tomorrow and get ready. Dirk Nowitzki joked that Dillon Brooks never passes the ball. Brooks laughed and said he does not normally pass, but he was in foul trouble. The players were stressing him to pass the ball. He was just attacking closeouts, and then once they collapsed, he tried to find the open shooter. He did a good job. Brooks was asked about leaving his mark on this team on both ends of the floor. He said from the beginning of training camp throughout the season, he has been trying to leave his imprint on each and every one of these guys to play with heart, play with passion, and not be scared of the moment. He knows he is doing a good job when Steve Kerr is telling him he is doing a great job. He feels like he is an infectious player that gives confidence to his teammates and coaches. Finally, Brooks was asked about balancing his aggressiveness and discipline against a team like Oklahoma City. He said there are a lot of foul baiters on that team. They have got to show their hands. They have follow the scout, funnel them into the paint, and be able to have their rotations proper. They are going to have their hands full with the Thunder's driving, but if their closeouts and rotations are great, they will be able to get them down lower into the shot clock and play their defense there. Udonis Haslem noted that Brooks called the Thunder foul baiters. He said, once again, you ain't throwing rocks and hiding your hands. He is very direct. The Suns are moving on to the playoffs. The Warriors' season is over. Jalen Green sent Steph Curry and Draymond Green to Cancun. Now the Suns have to face the Thunder. It is going to be a tough series, but the Suns have confidence. They have resilience. And they have Jalen Green, who is playing the best basketball of his career. So here is my question to you in the comments. Can the Suns upset the Thunder in the first round? And is this the end of the Warriors dynasty? Let me know. I read every single comment. As always, like, subscribe, hit that bell. We are building something special here. I will see you in the next one.